And I always use one hand. This hand's damaged, but that's how it was for me then. You know, there's no game plan, there ain't no practice, no time to aim, none of that stuff. So that's when I moved to the right towards front of the vehicle, used the two in the front as cover,
Okay.
and shot a few shots that way.
Why?
I was shooting at the people that were still in the van who
In the
most
back
likely
seat?
had the gun.
In the back seat?
In the back seat, not the front.
All right. And then?
The front, people in the front.
And then you stopped, correct?
Yeah, I stopped, I think, yeah, I stopped, and then that's when,
Why did you stop?
I think I seen one jump out, that would have been John Shively, maybe that's what made me stop.
Okay.
He ran right by me,
Okay.
and I was gonna shoot him, because I didn't know what he had, and I said, something told me not to, because I knew there was another person, so I still had a lot of stuff going on in my mind.
Okay.
So I was gonna shoot him, I didn't, so I go look back at the van, I don't see anybody, then I said, I'm gonna get shot by this guy now. So then I turn around, I seen him running, can't tell what he had, I'm gonna go behind the rocks or somewhere, still thinking I'm gonna get shot behind me, didn't know what to do, so I just raised it up, took one shot
At who?
at John Shively running towards Dawson.
Okay.
Then I looked back again, I didn't see anybody, I was still surprised, where'd they go? Then I was thinking, I'm gonna go after him, something told me not to. I was gonna go around my neighbor's house and come up. And something told me not to, so he kept running. Oh, because I seen him pass, see him going to my neighbor's yard. I seen him just keep on running.
Okay.
So then I turned around, and then I went maybe towards the van or something, and I'm looking, he was gone. Oh, that's when I went to maybe the right side of the van looking. I seen some other people come out of the car, and I'm thinking it might have been part of this family still.
Okay.
But I never pointed the gun at nobody.
Okay.
You know, my hand goes back down. That's just how I am with it. And then, you know, that's it. Then, you know, I know there was one nurse, she said she was a nurse, and I really don't even really recall her. Maybe I did see them then, but I really don't recall her, you know. Her son either, don't recall. And if I did, they look like part of that group, because her hair looked just like April. The only thing I remember about April is her hair. And John Shively's face, I might remember him more than anybody because he took his time walking to me with a smirk. So that's why I also say he was the one in the back seat.
Okay.
And then he described to somebody, he jumped out. You know, the front door wasn't open, I don't think.
Okay.
You know, nobody's going to take their time to close the door when you're shooting.
Okay. When
You know?
At some point you quit shooting, correct?
Yes.
And you had plenty of bullets still left in the magazine,
Yes.
correct?
Yes.
And why did you stop?
The threat seemed gone from the van.
Okay. And then what did you do?
And then I just went, looked, just kept looking, and walked right back to the house.
Okay. And you heard the testimony of Karen Evans, and I believe Ian Holden, and I also believe another witness who testified that that van was backing out with the taillights on and no one was outside of it, correct?
I heard them say that, yeah.
Those witnesses would have been in a better position to know what was going on than you, who had just been in a fight and was mad and got your gun, right?
Nope.
No. So you dispute those witnesses.
No, I know what I seen when I opened that door, because it's a threat. It's a fear.
I'm telling you that you were in this courtroom when 3 witnesses testified that van was backing out. Mr. McCloskey, who was parked at the Dawson, Ian Holden, who heard gunshots and then came out on his porch and saw the van backing out, and Karen Evans, who was on the dance studio and said she looked up and saw a van backing out, as well as the girl, Jessica Jewell, who was sitting there and saw the taillights coming at her because she'd gone out the wrong exit and getting out of Dunkin' Donuts.
Well, you know, I'm just saying the van did move at one point, but not before I shot. It was already moved in that position. So do they have the timing right? I don't know about that. But when I came out that front door, the van did not move. It was right there, side door open, and people out the van.
4 witnesses said you are wrong.
4. One of them said I also fired 18 shots too, I believe, right?
And you
The
did
second
fire.
time when I was in front of the vehicle.
Okay.
Well, he's pretty far off on that, don't you think?
You fired 18 shots.
Not when I was in front of the vehicle, I didn't.
So now you get out and you approach the van and you start shooting people in the van, right?
Could you repeat that again, please?
You come up and you approach the van. You are shooting as you get closer to the van, right?
When I came out, when I went in the house the first time and came out, went up on top.
Right.
When I was on top already, yes,
And you're shooting
yes,
at the van.
yes.
Now, you didn't tell the Howland Police Department when you were interviewed that night
Okay.
that they said grab the gun when you were in the house the first time getting your gun, right? You told them you heard that when you approached the van and they held up a knife.
I told them the best I could.
Okay.
I'm not sure what the police are looking for. As you see, they're also in a hurry. They want to hear, they ask you certain questions. They're always, they're like in a hurry. So I just answered the best I could.
They were in a hurry with you that night?
Well, yeah, they asked me if I wanted medical. I couldn't even say yeah. They moved on. Let me take pictures. I mean, that's one example.
They took a
And then
lot
the
of
questions,
pictures.
oh no, I don't want to hear that. Let's go back to this. Let's go back to this. That's a tactic or something.
They spent almost 2 hours with you, interviewing you, and asked you a couple of times, is there anything else you want to add? Did they put words
I
in your
answered
mouth?
them the best I could.
Okay.
They
So
were trying to
now,
put words in my mouth, yeah.
they did?
Yeah, they were trying.
They were tricking
Yeah, and
you.
there's other CDs, they were trying to put words into other witnesses' mouth too. I seen a little bit of it.
All right. Anyone ever shoot you?
No, I mean, I'm here.
Did anyone ever shoot at you?
I don't know. Felt like I was going to get shot, that's all I could tell you.
And that's why you kept shooting people?
No. That threat was outside the van, and there was a threat inside the van. I just, looks like happened to beat them to it.
So after you shot 4 people, went in your house and reloaded, there were still threats to you, correct?
There was still a threat when I looked out the window, and there's still movement in the van. Yeah.
And
Out the door, out the
3?
screen door.
you only quit shooting after the 3 were incapacitated in the van and the 2 had run away.
Wrong.
They're all gone.
The 3, to me, were already, they didn't seem that much of a threat the first time.
Well, you shot 4 of them.
The 4th one was to the far right with a knife. All I know is there was a lot of movement in the back of the van. And then
And-
maybe when I walked up to it, when I shot towards the front to use the other 2 as cover,
You never saw anybody outside of that van with a knife, right?
when I came out the second time,
When you, at any point, did you see anybody outside of the van with the knife?
you mean even from the get-go beginning?
At any point on February 25th, did you see anybody with that knife outside of the van?
No.
Okay. And you don't have any bullet wounds to show the jury or knife wounds, correct?
Correct.
All right. And you achieved your goal that day of ending this.
No, I achieved my goal of Tracy's still here, and I'm here.
And no one ever shot Tracy or stabbed Tracy.
Who knows if they were going to shoot the house, Swiss cheese the house, cut it up with a chopper.